The Prime Minister is confident he'll be able to reach consensus with the states to fix the energy crisis at this week's National Cabinet. Premiers are pushing back, though, over the potential price cap, in particular on coal. Live to Trudy McIntosh for more. Trudy, a problem here is, first of all, seemingly the lack of detail on what's on the table, maybe the changing nature of it. So how does the federal government get agreement and seemingly maybe even the nuclear option of just going for a super profits tax? Is it still on the table?
Well, Tom, states are very happy to be filling this policy vacuum left by the Albanese government at the moment. It was in the October budget that we saw this dire forecast of a 56% rise in power bills over the next 18 months. The government has been promising action. We've been seeing bits and pieces leaked in and out of the media, but nothing's being ruled off the table. This is appearing to come to a head this week at National Cabinet on Wednesday. Ahead of that, states are making it crystal clear, Queensland and New South Wales in particular, if we are going to see a price cap imposed on coal, either at the Commonwealth level or at the state level, that they would need to see compensation from the Commonwealth. This could end up being quite costly if this is what the outcome is. The Prime Minister this morning, though, indicating he does believe they will reach a consensus at this meeting.
The idea that you have super profits being made at the same time as businesses are going out of business is quite frankly just not tenable.
I don't want to see the taxpayers of New South Wales shortchanged by any arrangements that are in place.
We would have to be very, very convinced that no Queenslander would be worse off.
I don't think that there is a Premier or Chief Minister who will sit back and say, yep, this is all okay.
Interesting one as to how that all gets solved. Meanwhile, the PM, well, disagreeing at least with another Labor state premier, this time on nuclear energy.
South Australia's Labor Premier Peter Malinauskas opening the door quite widely this morning to a conversation about the need for nuclear power in Australia. He argues that the construction of AUKUS nuclear-powered submarines here in Australia is going to allay the safety concerns that many people have in the community about this technology. In an exclusive interview in The Advertiser this morning, he's indicated pretty clearly his support for this in the longer term. He says, I think it would be good in terms of community support and help bust a few myths. I've always thought that the ideological opposition that exists in some quarters to nuclear power is ill-founded. Now, one of those with an ideological opposition, it seems, to nuclear power is the Labor Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, making it clear on Adelaide Radio this morning that he does not agree with the popular Premier.
I think you've got the issue of waste and you've got where it goes. So I think it's a distraction from what we need to do. That's my position. And it hasn't changed. I have a great deal of respect for Mally, but everyone's entitled to get one or two things wrong.
Well, Peter Malinauskas arguing that the benchmark he believes for changing community sentiment will be when we see these nuclear-powered submarines being constructed here in Australia. Tom, that's not likely until at least the late 2030s, so still a very long way to run if that's the benchmark for allaying those concerns.
That's a good point. I don't think either of those two will be in their positions at that point in time. Who knows where, me, myself will be. So it's a while away. Trudy, thank you.